What's up, guys? This is Ready for War here. I'm doing a SHTF video. Stands for Shit Hits the Fan, or Without Rule of Law, WROL. That's like if what if your government ended or went down and there was no law around and you had to fend for yourself, to whether it may be looters or maybe somebody invading a different country or what have you. If you only had 5 things to choose from before, if you had to get out of your house, or if you only had 5 things out of everything to defend your house, what have you. Um, First of all, my first choice would be AK-47, because whether it's you're gonna have to find food or defend yourself, you need a good gun, and when it comes to reliability, nothing beats the AK-47 hardly. There's maybe between the revolver and the pump shotgun and AK-47s all in a class of their own. Um, Pretty much when people knock the AK-47, they always tend to go to accuracy. And personally, if a man-sized target within 300 yards, I could hit with no problem. I'm extremely comfortable engaging fast at 200 yards with it. Uh, but if you're over 300 yards, you're really gonna. I mean, it'll stretch out there. You just have to aim high, and you might miss a time or two. Depends on the size of your target and the distance. I've never really took one out that far, so I can't tell you. The longest I've ever shot was 300 yards with the AK-47. But if it's more than 300 yards, a man-sized target looks really small. We're talking about not a speck, but you can barely make out what it is. Well, 300 yards isn't real bad, but you couldn't tell who it was at that distance for sure. It's just, it's a small target. It's at a good run, it'd be hard. You'd have to get lucky to hit them anyway if they was trying to get away, or you yourself, same thing. And reliability. I mean, these things. If you're gonna have to be out in the woods and stuff, you don't want your gun getting mucked up and not working, because then the gun's not worth anything to you. You could put optics on it if you think you can get more out of it with that and it suits you for your purpose. It's no problem. They got lots of different ways you put it on the front, the rear does cover, or the side mounts. Second thing I would pick would be an ammo pack. I'm not trying to be unfair to the other ones, so just an ammo pack. I would say bug out bag, but I definitely if I had 2 things to pick out of here, it would be the ammo, the AK-47, and the ammo pack. Just because you can't do nothing else with the rest without the tools to use it, pretty much. But fill up with thousands of rounds, whatever you can carry of your ammo. AK-47 ammo is pretty cheap. It's cheaper than the AR-15 for a rifle. It's for a rifle that's got a lot of knockdown, a lot of power behind it. The AK-47 cartridge is comparable to the 30-30. So it's pretty cheap for what it is. You can get a box of 20 for like $4.50 at Walmart. My third choice would be the K-bar, just because it's a 1095 high carbon blade. It's been proven for probably close to 100 years. I can't remember when it was first one was made, but it'll hold an edge for a long time, for prying anything you need, because you're gonna need a tool out there for hammering down stakes for your tent, preparing your food, whatever. It'll do the job, and it'll hold up to it. That'll be one of your best bets. Thirdly, my Springfield mil-spec 1911-45, just because I've got a lot of trigger time on that gun. I trust it with my life. Stainless steel will hold up good out in the woods, more than not stainless. 45, when it comes to pistol cartridge, you really don't want to have to put 2 rounds into somebody. And the 45, it's all shot placement with the 45. Definitely does a lot of damage. And all you have to use is full metal jackets. This gun right here will cycle pretty much. It cycled everything I put through it. I don't know if there's a round that I wouldn't think it would cycle, whether it's wolf or whatever. It's got safety on it, which I like too. Ammo's kind of expensive, but it's pretty abundant. It's a popular cartridge. And the fifth weapon, or not weapon, the fifth object I would choose would be a flashlight, just because flashlights come in handy for a lot of things, whether it's blinding another target that you run up on, or tracking down game at night, or scavenging houses for food or whatever. Now, these 5 things are not. If I had some other things I would feel just as comfortable with, maybe more comfortable in other scenarios, like a shotgun. If you maybe had a Sega 12 gauge or something and you trusted your gun. Now, that's why a semi-automatic shotgun, high capacity, they're really hitting the market now real good with the sagas and all that stuff, and reliability issues. That's one reason why I haven't picked one up, because I'm not sure if I trust it or not, because I'm just not sure. And some of the ones that I would trust are way up there expensive, but a pump shotgun would do good. It just, your standard 6 to 8 round capacity, so it kind of limits the shotgun. That's what really hurts a shotgun, but there's nothing hardly more devastating than a shotgun in a package that you get. And I'm not leaving it out just because I'm an AK man does not mean that the AR-15 isn't a good platform. I'm also a fan of the AR-15. That would be a good choice to run in your system. Its accuracy. The only reason why the AR-15 kind of goes out is it's got less knockdown power, which it's got enough. Don't get me wrong. There's no problem. It's a rifle cartridge, and it's a lot more powerful than a pistol. And pistols do the job. And pretty much the main reason why the AR-15 loses over the AK in my book is reliability. If you're going to be out in the hiding in brushes and stuff, trying to just survive, then your gun's going to get dirty, and you're probably not going to have as much time to maintain it. So I'm gonna say, if mud's gonna get on my gun, possibly I'm gonna try to keep it clean no matter what. But if mud gets on my gun, then I'm gonna stick with the AK-47, because I want my gun to stay reliable. Pistol wise, high capacity 9. If I wasn't gonna go with 45, I would go with a high capacity 9mm, because, or maybe even a 40. But I'm not a fan of the 40. I like the caliber, but I don't have the room for an extra caliber right now. I would go 45 over 40 any day. That's just me. I like the round. I wouldn't feel underpowered with it, but I like the 45 more. That's just me. But I would go for a high capacity 9mm for price and the extra rounds. I wasn't going to go 45. That's it, guys. There's also a lot of other knives you could pick, but that's my favorite. Alright, thanks.